What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome to the first ever episode of
Bug and Bradley,
where you get to bug me with your questions and I get the privilege of answering them. The first question comes from Wii U Stuff, and he asked, why did you start YouTubing? Well, I went to the internet and looked up how to make money online, and there was YouTubing. I thought it was cool and interesting being able to make videos as a job, so I started my own channel, and believe it or not, I started out by toppling dominoes. Yes, I'm 100% serious. I would line up hundreds of dominoes and topple them. I would make some more complex things like domino walls or domino pyramids or just some more elaborate maneuvers, but I didn't do that for very long, and eventually I just moved over into gaming. Tavian Hales asks, who do you want most in Hyrule Warriors? There really isn't any character that I deeply want in the game. Whatever they come up with, I'll take. But one that I think could be interesting is the Happy Mask Salesman, because he has all those different masks and he can use them for his attacks. But I'll also take Tingle or maybe even Demise. Esteban Samudio asks, what Badmeverse post do you think is the funniest? Well, it's kind of hard for me to just pick one Badmeverse post because I've done so many of them. I'd have to like rewatch all my videos and try to find one that I maybe forgot about that I think is the best. But I do remember some off the top of my head, like someone teach me how to Zelda, like the Wi-Fi emergency one, and also like one of the more recent ones, like when I'm playing the guitar singing about chicken nuggets. Snappy Spism asks, I want to know what the deal is with the Metroid Prime series. Are we going to get a new game? And will it be soon, or is the series over, regardless of the teaser at the end of Prime 3? Well, to answer your question quickly, we're going to get a new Metroid game sooner or later, but whether or not it's going to be a new Metroid Prime, we have no clue. I don't know how the Prime series ended because I never really played any of the Prime games, besides Metroid Prime Hunters, but Nintendo did state that they want to make both 2D and 3D Metroid games, so they could very well make a Metroid game that plays similarly to Metroid Prime, but it might just not be a new entry in that particular series of games. Purin172003 asks, do you play any trading card games? No, I don't play any trading card games, and I don't really recall playing any trading card games growing up. I used to collect Pokemon cards like back in elementary school, but that's all I did with it, was collect them. I didn't know how to play the game. But other than that, I played the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy Color, if that counts. Dark Shadow Nova Gaming asks, what is your favorite Nintendo franchise and favorite video game? As for my favorite Nintendo franchise, that either have to be Zelda or Mario, because I do love me some platformers. But as for my favorite video game, it's kind of hard to pick just one because there are so many of them. But as for ones that are memorable to me, there's Super Mario Galaxy 2, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because I played that a ton growing up back on the N64, and also the original Super Smash Bros. Because I had a blast playing that at my neighbor's house growing up. Derpy the Magnificent asks, can you review the letter? Averyman2012 asks, do you like cats? Not really. For one, I'm allergic to cats, so if I pet a cat, I have to wash my hands right afterwards, or otherwise they'll get stuffed up and my throat will get scratchy, which isn't very fun. And secondly, cats are more independent, so I'm a total dog person. I love dogs. They just love being with humans, and they're just awesome. Mooly Blast asks, what character do you want for Smash? Also, who is your favorite newcomer so far? I wouldn't mind Paper Mario joining the fray. He could use his hammer, or maybe even partners from past games, and also the chorus kids from Rhythm Heaven, because their attacks could be rhythm based, where you have to time your button presses just right to do more damage. So that could be an interesting twist to the gameplay. But as for my favorite newcomer, that could be Mega Man or Little Mac. Zion Nathan asks, have you ever thought about doing Let's Plays or walkthroughs? If you don't already know, I have done Let's Plays in the past. I did it for LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes, The Amazing Spider-Man on Wii, and also I did it for the Rayman Legends Daily Challenges. But whether or not I have any current plans, no, not really. And one reason for that is because my recording device is on the fritz. It likes to cut in and out of recording, which isn't very suitable for walkthroughs. I have thought about doing like one-off videos instead of doing a walkthrough for an entire series, but as of right now I can't really do it with my capture device. Brian Burns asks, what or who inspired you to become a YouTuber? My main inspiration was definitely David Turnbull from the Nintendo 3DS YouTube channel. He no longer does those videos, he moved on to other stuff, but I really liked what he was doing, so I decided to do it myself. Doubtful Snowman asks, what was your first Nintendo console? I think it was a Super Nintendo. We also had the original Game Boy, but I think we had the Super Nintendo first. We don't have it anymore. I think we either gave it away or sold it at a garage sale. But I remember playing some Super Mario World on that bad boy. Rob Slop Gaming asks, what comics do you read? And what got you into comics? And could you sing the Spider-Man 60s theme? Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can, spins a web in his size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. As for what comics I read, well, I read strictly Spider-Man at this point, and those include The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, The Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and I might also have the Superior Spider-Man Team-Up book on my pull list, but that might be over with. And as for how I got into comics, well, I just had an itch to read comics one day, and it was around the time the Avengers or the Amazing Spider-Man movie came out, and it was also free comic book day, so on the way to go see the movie, we stopped at the local comic book store and got some free comics, and that's basically how it all started. And finally, They Call Me Ice asked, what game at E3 did you want to see more of? Easy, Zelda Wii U. But that will bring us to the end of the first episode of
Bug and Bradley.
And thank you all for submitting your questions, and if your question didn't get featured, maybe we'll get featured in the next one. But if you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more news videos, video reviews, and that's on your episodes in the future. But I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!